The power of action over excessive thinking. When it comes to making decisions about how we spend our time, many of us face a dilemma. Should we focus on productive work, even if it isn't perfect, or should we engage in endless thinking to analyze every detail? The truth is, while thinking can sometimes feel like an important step toward clarity, it often leads to more stress and uncertainty. On the other hand, action, even if imperfect, tends to be less mentally exhausting and can often free us from tension. Let's explore why working, even if it's not perfect, can be more beneficial than overthinking. The burden of overthinking. Overthinking is a mental trap. It feels like you're processing and analyzing every possible outcome, trying to control every variable in your life. While this might seem helpful, in reality, it can lead to paralysis. Instead of making progress, we get stuck in a cycle of doubts and uncertainties. This constant mental effort causes a lot of stress and anxiety, as our minds never really switch off. When we spend too much time thinking about every decision or outcome, we are essentially accumulating mental tension. It's like carrying a heavy weight around in our minds, and this weight doesn't go away until we take action. While thinking can be valuable in some situations, doing it excessively actually holds us back from experiencing the peace that comes with decisive action. The freedom of action. In contrast to overthinking, work, even the most simple or imperfect kind, helps release tension from the body and mind. When we engage in physical tasks or practical work, our focus shifts from abstract worries to immediate actions. The act of working allows us to see results and make progress, even if that progress isn't perfect. This sense of accomplishment helps us feel more grounded and less overwhelmed. Whether it's cleaning, organizing, writing, or even doing something physical like exercise, action pulls us out of our heads and into the present moment. It allows us to move past the paralysis that comes with excessive thought. More importantly, it can be refreshing, as it gives us a break from the mental strain that comes with constant analysis.
Why work can be less exhausting than overthinking. One of the surprising benefits of working is that it can be less exhausting than thinking. Work often involves a physical or tangible result, which creates a sense of progress and achievement. Working with our hands or focusing on a task allows our minds to be clearer because we aren't trapped in the loop of endless possibilities and hypothetical situations. On the other hand, thinking too much about something can leave us feeling drained without having moved forward. Our mental energy is consumed by the act of thinking, which doesn't always lead to action or solutions. This is why excessive thinking often feels more tiring than doing something practical. Our brains aren't designed to focus on abstract thoughts for long periods without a sense of completion. A balanced approach. That said, it's important to find a balance. We can't always avoid thinking entirely, nor should we always be engaged in work. However, understanding the importance of action and how it can relieve mental pressure can help us avoid getting stuck in overthinking. The key is to know when to switch from thinking to doing. For instance, if you find yourself caught in a cycle of excessive thought, it may be helpful to take a break and focus on something practical. It could be as simple as taking a walk, organizing a room, or doing a small task you've been avoiding. By doing so, you break free from the mental clutter and regain your sense of direction. In the battle between work and excessive thinking, action often proves to be the winner. It helps us relieve tension, reduce stress, and gives us a sense of progress. Work, even if it isn't perfect, is usually less draining than spending endless hours lost in thought. So, the next time you find yourself overthinking, try shifting your focus to something productive. You'll be surprised how much lighter and more energized you feel. Sometimes taking action is the best way to free your mind from the burden of too much thinking.